So I know you saw the thumbnail of this video and you said to yourself, wait a minute, Soundcore Liberty 4 NC? Don't I already have those, or haven't those already been released? The answer is no. What you saw was the Liberty 4s. That was back in the day, man. It was in the distant past. Soundcore has gone back to the lab and improved some stuff. So before I get into this, man, let's just reintroduce myself. This is New Stuff TV, the untechnical tech channel, and I'm your host, Antoine Pure Silence Richardson, because today we are talking about the Soundcore Liberty 4 NC. So the biggest thing that's going to separate these from the Soundcore Liberty 4 is the noise cancellation. That's why they're called Liberty 4 NC. What they're talking about here is the deepest noise cancellation depth of minus 50 dB versus minus 23 dB is what you're getting in the Liberty 4. So to sum that topic up, we're talking about over twice the noise cancellation depth. I'm talking 98.5% noise cancellation. Another big difference between the Liberty 4 NC and the Liberty 4 is the driver size. With inside of the Liberty 4 NC, you're gonna get an 11mm driver. Inside of the Liberty 4s, you're getting dual drivers. One is gonna be a 9.2mm and the other one is gonna be a 6mm. And just to round things off on the differences between the two, the next biggest difference is going to be the battery life. With the Liberty 4 NC, you're gonna get up to 10 hours on a single charge. But if you include that wireless charging case that you get, you're gonna get up to 50 hours. But if you choose to use that ANC the entire time, you're gonna get up to 8 hours on a single charge and up to 40 hours when you include that case. That's a little bit different when you talk about the Liberty 4s, because on the Liberty 4s, you're only getting 9 hours or up to 9 hours on a single charge and up to 28 hours if you include the case. Turn that ANC on, you're gonna reduce that to about 7 hours and then up to 24 hours when you include the case on the Liberty 4s. So if you find yourself in a situation where you're really just trying to decide between the two, comes down to pretty much this. With the Liberty 4s, you're getting that nice dynamic sound because you got two drivers. You're getting good battery life and great ANC. But if you're looking for the absolute best ANC from the two, it's definitely gonna be the Liberty 4 NC. If you're looking for supreme battery life between the two, it's still gonna be the Liberty 4 NC. But my friend, let me tell you, the Liberty 4 NC is no slouch at all when it comes to sound quality. And that's where we're gonna kick off the rest of this video. I wanna jump right into the app so we can go into the sound effects portion, and right on the top, you can see 3D surround sound. Traditionally, that's what they were calling spatial audio. Now it's called 3D surround sound, which to me feels the same because it's adding a lot more space and body and just to your music. I started listening my first listening session with the Liberty 4 NCs with Michael Jackson Rock With You. Man, it sounded so stinking good. And to be honest with you, man, it wasn't on at first. I was just listening to the Soundcore signature profile, which I think Soundcore has been working on that, man. It was great back in the days, and then they were doing something, and then it didn't sound that great, so I had to always EQ my Soundcore earbuds and headphones. And then at some point, maybe it was with the Q45s or something like that, they refined it and tweaked it, and I believe they got it right there. And then with the Liberty 4s, it was just so clean, didn't have to touch it at all. And now we have the Liberty 4 NCs, and I really don't believe you need to touch the EQ. The Soundcore the Soundcore preset, the Soundcore signature preset sounds amazing. But once you toggle on this 3D surround sound, you get leveled up, homie. The music just sounds so good, especially when you have tracks like that where it's just real solid music. But I took it a step further because I can, because Soundcore gives you all kinds of options here. I went into the Hear ID sound custom stuff. So I went ahead and took the Hear ID test, and they tested up my ears just to see what I can't hear versus what I can hear. And they do a great job of it, because once I actually started playing music again, it was a complete difference, and it sounded way better than it did with the Soundcore signature. Like, I thought Soundcore signature sounded good. I'm hearing more details, especially at lower volumes. I think the volume actually gets a slight boost because I don't have to turn it up as loud anymore to hear the things. I guess that's what the hearing test is supposed to do, the Hear ID. Anyways, I kind of digress a little bit. It was just that I was hearing more details, particularly at lower volumes. The bass sounded a little bit more rich, and it's like, man, just the layers of the different layers of music, and then you can combine it with the 3D surround sound. A lot of times when you have earbuds and headphones that have all these different options, they don't let you mix and match a lot of things. You have to choose one or the other. Whereas in this particular app, they let you do everything you want to do. As a matter of fact, if you want to go in here, you can actually like advance. Oh, look at this. Look, you got the initial curve, but then you can go into custom ID. This is my Hear ID profile settings, right? So I can actually tweak this even more than Soundcore thinks there needs to be. So when we talk about audio quality, bass, mids, and highs on point, especially when you do the Hear ID. It sounds so rich. Now, we're not talking about dual drivers here, but they managed to kill it with 11mm drivers. Now, since we're already in the app, I might as well just start talking about transparency mode and active noise cancellation and stuff like that. As you can see, I have it on fully transparent because I'm talking to you right now and I need to hear my surroundings because I don't want to feel like my ears are plugged up. As a matter of fact, they don't feel as plugged up as I normally would with earbuds in. I don't know what it is about the shape of these things, but yeah, it feels good and feels more natural than some of the other earbuds I've had on the show. But we're in here, right? And it says mode, fully transparent. And then you can go into vocal mode. Let me see how that sounds. Like, I'm not really hearing anything because I'm really hearing my own voice, but that's supposed to pull voices from, you know, people. Like if you were in a coffee shop or something like that and you're listening for your order, you could actually hear those voices because it's going to bring them out a little more. But I can't hear it right now because I'm actually just sitting here talking to you. And then of course you got normal, which is basically ANC and stuff off. And then you got noise cancellation with wind noise reduction. So you got different levels of noise cancellation as well. I have mine on adaptive because I'm a set it and forget it kind of guy. I usually like everything on and off, but I've realized that this artificial intelligence really does a good job of detecting. It is on right now. I just felt it kick on. The adaptive ANC2 detects noises and creates a new sound filter curve every time the user puts on the earbuds. The sound filter curve is going to be different from person to person because of ear canal shapes and stuff like that. And it's also going to vary from place to place because environments are different every time. Then of course you got your transportation modes, which looks like airplane, public transportation on a train or a bus. I guess trains are louder than buses. And then inside of a car. Let's say you're riding in the backseat of a car and you don't want to hear what everything else is going on. You can just put it on that. But like I said, I like adaptive. Now we got this wind noise reduction. This is something I actually use because I ride my scooter sometimes to the studio, and that scooter gets up to like 37 miles an hour. Sometimes I'm going about 24, 25 miles an hour and you go, you don't want that. So wind noise reduction, it definitely calms that down to make your experience way more listenable and comfortable instead of having that all in your ears. Now, here's what I like about Soundcore Options. Soundcore never lets me down when it comes to options. When you go into here, you can see you can individually program your left and right earbud to do different things between a single press, a double press, a triple press, and you can go in here and customize all of these things between volume up and down, next track, previous track, play and pause, or just nothing. And you can even do a long press on some of them, and you can actually have noise cancellation, normal, or transparency mode, and cycle all the way in between the three. Now, when it comes to call quality, you can be the judge of that because this is a quick sample of kind of what that's going to sound like on the other end of this phone call. Now, you're getting the same number of mics that you get on the Liberty 4s. So that means you're going to be getting pretty good call quality as far as I'm concerned, because there's nothing worse. Because I got a friend, my friend Sean. Sean, if you're watching this, you need to throw them raggedy AirPods away, man. He's always talking to me on AirPods. And it always sounds like he's talking. That's what it sounds like when you're talking on those things. Here, you can actually hear me, and it's pretty doggone good, man. I'm just saying, bro. You got to upgrade. I mean, as a matter of fact, I think I might give Sean these right here. Sean, I think I might have to give you these Liberty 4 NCs, man, because I'm going to be upgrading you, my homie. Now, it'd be a real shame if I didn't show you this right here. Go back into the app, hit the little gear icon. You can see your firmware version and all that stuff, but that's not what I came here for. I came to show you this right here. You got your gaming mode, which you can toggle on. You got this, which is new to me, which is sound leak compensation. Let's go ahead and tap on that little eye. It says, detects whether your audio is leaking and compensates to ensure optimal sound quality. Bruh, I ain't never seen this before. Sound leak detection? So I don't know how to describe that, but you got it in here, and I suggest you get the earbuds and play around with that feature right there. I'm gonna leave it on though. And since we talked about audio quality, let's go right here into sound mode, because this is really what I wanted to show you. Preferred audio quality. You got LDAC. Yeah, man, it's got the high res wireless, man, LDAC. I leave mine on combined audio connection because sometimes I'll be walking around the house talking on the phone and listening to music, and my phone will be like in the kitchen or sometimes like on the patio table, and it's got a really strong connection. You can go like 3, 4, 5, 6 walls deep and still never lose connection. But if you want that high res to work out for you, go ahead and tap on that LDAC. And then we got dual connections right here. I got my S23 Ultra hooked up to it, but if I wanted to, I could also connect it to my tablet. Soundcore, you're killing it, man, you're killing it. Soundcore has done a lot for us over the past few years that, you know, I've been checking out their products. They're always giving you like extra upon extra upon extra while still maintaining great quality audio, like the active noise cancellation. You know what? Active noise cancellation is now to earbuds and headphones what cameras is to mobile phones. It's like, that's where they keep improving. Sound quality is always going to be there, right? Once you get to a certain level, sound quality it's just there, right? But the noise cancellation, that's what they focused on, but they still managed to give us a little bit more, even stuff we didn't even ask for. Like, what was that called? What was that called again? Sound lead compensation? Bruh, I gotta play around with that and figure out what the hell that is. Either way, y'all keep being good to each other, and I'll see you when I see you.